You've tuned into Heroes Wanted. My name is Joe Prim. The mission of Heroes Wanted is to equip fathers to find confidence, discipline, and purpose through uncovering the hero within. Thanks for listening to this episode. I do appreciate you and am humbled by the fact that you're allowing me to hang out with you for just a little bit. And this will be a short episode this week. I've got the next few episodes kind of scheduled out, and I wasn't quite ready for a longer episode. I had the opportunity to record an interview with Griffin Coiner, from the Stash Salt guy, this last week. If you have a mustache or have a beard or are a firefighter or a first responder, go check out Griffin Coiner and what he's doing with Stash Salt at stashsalt.com. Great guy, supports a lot of first responders and first responder charities. The guy's real creative with what he's doing with mustache wax and beard oils and stuff. Go check out what he's doing and support him. But I had the opportunity to do an interview with him this past week. That will be coming up. If this podcast adds value to you and your life and your journey, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe, leave a review, and share it with other men that you think want to see some growth in their life, that are looking to become better husbands, better fathers, and better leaders in their communities and congregations. So I'm excited to do this episode. I believe that today, the 30th of January, is the first day this year that I have not taken some sort of drug to help me get through the day. I still sound a little nasally, but boy, am I feeling so much better. It has been a slog of a month getting through January. I was so excited to hit the ground running in January, and like the first through the 30th has just been like running in sand. It has been tough. But while I didn't get the opportunity to accomplish all the things that I wanted to do, I didn't hit the ground running the way that I wanted to in January. What happened is it has forced me to back up, to slow down, and to take a bigger view, 5-mile view of what's going on with Heroes Wanted. To get a better idea in my mind of what the focus is here, of some more clarity on where this is going, what the beliefs are that are driving this thing. And as we move forward, like I said, I have a longer podcast that I'm preparing and laying out in my mind, and that will be coming up to kind of share what the purpose that I see behind Heroes Wanted. So, all right, let's rock and roll. There was a lion, a donkey, and a fox. The three of them got together to go hunting one day. As you can imagine, with the fierceness of the lion and the determination of the donkey and the slyness of the fox, by the end of the day, they had a substantial pile of rabbits for their consumption. So the lion approached the donkey and he asked the donkey to evenly divide up the spoils for the group. The donkey set about deliberately counting each and every rabbit and set out 3 equally sized piles and told the lion, "I've sorted them out." The lion quickly killed the donkey, tore him in two, and approached the fox and asked the fox to evenly divide up the spoils. Well, the fox, being a little bit more clever, approached things in a different manner. He put everything on one pile, including his now departed friend, the donkey, and kept one scrawny rabbit for himself, which he went off to eat away from the lion. As the lion approached the fox and asked him how he learned to count so well, the fox replied, "I learned from my friend the donkey." So the lesson for me in this story is, like I was just talking about earlier, is taking that bigger view of the situation. Far too often, we want to be right. And if you do not clearly understand why this is a problem, ask the donkey. He was right. He divided things up into 3 even piles. But in his being right, in proving he was right, he was wrong. You damage relationships and endanger yourself, like road rage, getting upset or frustrated with people that you don't know. You put yourself in danger to prove that you are right. What we need to do is look at things a little different. We need to be smart. Like the fox, we need to, number 1, take survival of ourselves and survival of the relationship with our children or our family or our wife or our neighbors or people in our community or congregation. We need to look at the survival of that more than we look at if we are right. So number 1 takeaway, take what you can get. The fox didn't leave with nothing. He left with a meal that was suitable for a fox. 1 rabbit. And if the fox is smart and the fox is a good hunter, he will have food again the next day. Take what you can get, be happy with what you can get, rather than fight to be right. Number 2, look, like I've been saying, at the bigger picture. Look at the whole picture. Look at what's really going on, the grand scope of things. Will this matter in an hour? Will this matter tomorrow? Will this matter in a week or a month or 6 months from today? On the bigger picture, are you damaging your marriage by trying to prove that you're right? Are you damaging your relationship with your son to prove that you're right? Number 3, people are convinced through example and through conversation, not through argument and not through force. Was the fox convinced through force of the lion that the piles weren't even? No, but he learned a lesson from his friend the donkey and understood what was at stake. It didn't mean that the donkey was wrong. What it meant was the donkey wasn't right in that situation. Number 4, as I've been saying, think about the long game. It's better to win and survive than be right. A big part of what's going on here with Heroes Wanted is one-on-one coaching. I'm doing one-on-one coaching because it is very hard in big groups to get the type of attention that you really need, to get the answers to questions that you really need. And what I see and have seen since the beginning of way back to the days of Ever Vigilant and really the drive behind this is that I see so many men that are lost, so many men that are lacking a purpose, so many men that are off track and not sure how to get back on. See, what I've been realizing and what I realize is that from the beginning, from the time we're born until the time we're in probably our middle-ish 30s normally, we really follow a script. And the script isn't a bad thing. Our society, our families, our cultures, our countries develop a script. And it goes something like this. We are educated, we go to our higher education or military or perhaps trade school. And some of you rebels out there maybe skip that part. But then it goes on from there to get married and to have children. And we all can realize and recognize that these are important things that must happen in our societies and in our culture to keep things moving forward. The script isn't the problem. It's not your fault. This is what we do. But where the problem occurs is when we reach the end of that script and things aren't quite the way we expected them to be. The job isn't what we thought it was going to be. Marriage isn't quite what it was sold to be. Being a father, while great, has its difficulties. And without a script for where we're going from here, we end up like the Israelites going in circles in the desert. We end up, like I've mentioned on the podcast before, stuck in the mud, just spinning our wheels. We're burning a lot of energy. We're burning a lot of fuel. We're trying as hard as we can to get someplace, but we're not clear on where it is that we want to go. So Heroes Wanted is about uncovering the hero that's within you. There's a hero there that has resided in you since you were born. It's why we love stories of heroes and why we follow them and why we wanted to emulate them, and we did emulate them in play as children. But we get so caught up in the script that we were following, we abandon those ideas, we abandon those ideals, and we get bogged down, and the hero gets buried under the years of lies and fears and expectations of others. So what Heroes Wanted is about, and what I'm offering you today, is to get on a phone call to begin to rewrite your script for how you move forward for where you are today, and to flush out where it is that you want to go. Because once you have clarity on where you want to go, we can devise a plan to help get you there. Heroes Wanted is about finding that confidence, that discipline, and that purpose. And if in 12 weeks you don't have clarity on where it is you want to go, if you aren't disciplined, confident, and feel purpose in that destination and that you can get there, I'll give you your money back. That's my guarantee. Because if I can't do my job in those 12 weeks and get you going where you need to go, not just for you in a selfish way, but for your family, for your community, for your congregation, then I didn't do my job. So as always, men, abandon average and let's uncover the hero within.